Have you ever imagined that by 2035, China's naval carrier fleet could surge to 9 vessels, far exceeding its own projections? The Pentagon's latest military power assessment has unveiled this startling prediction. Is this a miscalculation by US intelligence? Or has China's hidden ambition finally surfaced? Today, we delve deep into the truth behind this report. On December the 23rd, the Pentagon's 2025 China Military Power Report submitted to Congress highlighted with undeniable detail that the People's Liberation Army Navy will launch the largest aircraft carrier expansion program in the so-called Indo-Pacific region since World War II. This development has not only stunned global military analysts, but also directly challenges the existing maritime power balance. The report claims China's Navy will operate 9 aircraft carriers by 2035, 3 more than the 6 mentioned in official medium to long-term plans. This significant increase reflects the PLA Navy's accelerated shift from near-sea defense to blue water operations, as well as its increasingly prominent ambitions on the global strategic chessboard. This revelation from the Pentagon is undoubtedly a bombshell. It is not merely a numbers game, but concerns the future realignment of power across the Indo-Pacific and global waters, warranting careful analysis. First, let's revisit the report's context. The Pentagon's China Military Power Report is a key annual submission to the U.S. Congress, assessing China's military advancements and potential threats. Its content typically draws from satellite imagery, signals intelligence, and open-source analysis, lending it authority, though it's often criticized for strategic exaggeration, aimed at securing defense funding or shaping public opinion. The 2025 edition specifically highlights China's aircraft carrier program, characterizing it as a key modernization advancement, and ranking it among the year's most significant military developments. This elevated status is well-founded, as aircraft carriers, the quintessential symbol of modern maritime power, directly determine a nation's ability to project force across distant oceans through their quantity and quality. The report notes that through unprecedented shipbuilding speeds, the Chinese Navy plans to triple its carrier strike group capabilities within the next decade, expanding from the current 3 vessels to 9. Should this growth rate materialize, it would far exceed the U.S. Navy's post-Cold War expansion pace, and could potentially reshape the maritime order in the Asia-Pacific region since World War II. To understand the validity of this projection, we must first examine China's rapid technological advancements in aircraft carrier development. Currently, the Chinese Navy operates 2 carriers based on the Soviet Kuznetsov-class design, the Type 001 Liaoning and the Type 002 Shandong. Both utilize ski-jump takeoff systems, which limit aircraft payload and operational range, but have provided invaluable carrier operation experience. The true leap forward comes with the Type 003 Fujian, a colossal vessel with a full load displacement exceeding 80,000 tons. As the largest aircraft carrier built outside the United States to date, its design completely abandons the ski jump ramp, instead featuring 3 electromagnetic catapult tracks. Compared to traditional steam catapults, electromagnetic launch technology offers higher efficiency, easier maintenance, and greater adaptability. It enables aircraft to take off over shorter distances while carrying more fuel and ammunition, significantly expanding operational ranges. Fujian's carrier air wing is meticulously assembled, featuring the KJ-600 early warning aircraft, J-35 stealth fighters, J-15T multi-role fighters, J-15DT electronic warfare aircraft, and Z-20F anti-submarine helicopters, collectively known as the Carrier Quintet. The coordinated combat capabilities of these aircraft enable the Fujian to execute air and sea control missions while conducting electronic warfare and anti-submarine operations, forming a multidimensional offensive defensive system. The report emphasized that the commissioning of the Fujian marks a critical breakthrough in China's aircraft carrier technology, laying a solid foundation for its subsequent expansion. So why does the Pentagon's projection differ by 3 carriers from China's medium to long-term plans? This requires analysis from both the strategic needs of the Chinese Navy and its industrial capabilities. Several years ago, Chinese authorities disclosed through outlets like CCTV.com that based on the 048 project launched in 2004, the Navy planned to establish 6 aircraft carrier strike groups by around 2030. This would include 4 conventionally powered carriers and 2 nuclear-powered carriers. Such a scale would be sufficient to address potential conflicts across multiple maritime regions, including the South China Sea, Taiwan Strait, Yellow Sea, Western Pacific, and Indian Ocean, enabling a strategic shift from near-sea defense to far-sea protection. However, the latest U.S. military report has raised its projected figure to 9 carriers, a conclusion not without basis. First, China's shipbuilding industry has experienced explosive growth in recent years, dominating the global civilian sector while also achieving remarkable feats in military vessel construction. For instance, the mass commissioning of the 10,000-ton Type 055 destroyers, the application of electromagnetic catapult technology on aircraft carriers and amphibious assault ships, and the rapid deployment of the Type 075 amphibious assault ship all demonstrate the formidable strength and efficient production capacity of China's shipbuilding industry. Open-source intelligence, such as Western commercial satellite imagery, has revealed that a large shipyard in northern China appears to be constructing the Type 004 nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, with the project reportedly entering the reactor installation phase. If these indications prove accurate, China's breakthrough in nuclear-powered carriers would significantly accelerate its fleet expansion. Nuclear-powered carriers offer unlimited range and superior propulsion capabilities, making them better suited for long-term deployment in distant waters. Carrier construction is not an overnight endeavor. It involves massive capital investment, technical bottlenecks, and logistical support. Despite China's advanced shipbuilding industry, developing nuclear-powered carriers still presents challenges, including the safety of compact nuclear reactors, the reliability of electromagnetic catapult systems, and integrated testing of carrier-based aircraft squadrons. The Fujian-class carrier has not yet formally entered service, requiring time for sea trials and subsequent refinements. The Type 004 nuclear-powered carrier may take approximately a decade from construction to achieving full operational capability. Therefore, the accuracy of the Pentagon's projections hinges on China's ability to achieve mass production while maintaining quality. Historically, the U.S. Navy rapidly expanded its carrier fleet during the Cold War, but its shipbuilding industry has since declined. The commissioning process for the Ford-class nuclear carriers has been fraught with difficulties, with only the second ship beginning sea trials. While the first Nimitz-class carrier is nearing retirement, maintaining the current fleet of 11 carrier strike groups is already proving challenging. In contrast, China's industrial system demonstrates greater resilience. The nation's model of concentrating resources for major undertakings may accelerate breakthroughs. Should China indeed possess 9 carriers by 2035, its fleet size would reach approximately 80% of the U.S. Navy's carrier capacity, establishing China as the world's second-largest carrier power. This would undoubtedly reshape the global maritime balance of power. For netizens following military developments, this prospect is both thrilling and thought-provoking. China's aircraft carrier expansion represents not merely an increase in hardware but a demonstration of soft power, encompassing command systems, logistical support, and the establishment of a global base network. The report suggests that China's carrier strike groups may eventually deploy to previously unexplored waters, such as the Atlantic or the distant Indian Ocean, to build a global shipping protection network. This aligns with China's advocacy for a community with a shared future for the oceans, emphasizing the role of major powers in safeguarding maritime peace and prosperity. However, from a practical perspective, deploying 9 carriers will also bring new challenges, such as the risk of friction with the U.S. military, vigilance from regional nations, and adjustments to China's own diplomatic strategy. As a military blogger, I believe the Pentagon's report, while grounded in analysis, should be viewed with caution. It reflects China's rapid military growth, but may also contain exaggerations to stimulate U.S. domestic military investment. Regardless, the trajectory of China's naval development is irreversible, and its aircraft carrier fleet will become a pivotal variable in the global security landscape for decades to come.